Welcome back to Maine Stream Current, y'all. I'm Drew Hoagland, and this is episode 100. It has been a journey, but it has been so much fun. It's been over 570 days of getting to this point of having 100 videos out. I also had 55 shorts, but this video, I wanted it to be something kind of special where it's like a rewind session and we can see where this channel has come from the very beginning. I mean, the audio and the visuals were not great at first. My videos were very long. They just kept going on, and I would ramble and get them all up there, and no one other than myself watched the entirety of it, and I don't blame people. Now I'm trying to get videos that are shorter, that are more to the point and poignant. The visuals have improved, the audio, I'll give it to you, it still needs some work. But it's been such an incredible journey, and I'm genuinely blown away. And I know 2 years has been a long time, but it also at the same time doesn't feel like 2 years. I think most people can understand where I'm coming from with that. Maybe not in this scenario, but they understand. Time flies, it's slow, but then it flies by.
Greetings, maniacs, New Englanders, and everyone else that's concerned about what's going on here in the state of Maine. I think it's a great state. I was born and bred here. Greetings, maniacs, New Englanders, and everyone else. Boy, is it good to be able to talk without having audio issues. Greetings, maniacs, New Englanders, and everyone else. How are y'all doing? I hope this video finds you well. Greetings, maniacs, New Englanders, and everyone else. I hope this video finds you well, no matter what time of day it is. Greetings, my American loving friend. I think regardless of whether you're from America or not, if you found your way to this channel, I think you are an American loving individual, at least insofar as the ideals of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness goes, because so many people from across the globe resonate with that, whether or not they live here and whether or not this is their home country. Welcome back, my freedom-loving community. I am so honored to have over 2,500 followers. It's mind-blowing. It's unbelievable. I know I don't have words. I say I know, but I don't. I don't have words. Thank you so much for each and every one of you. You freedom-fighting community, the community that I'm a part of. I may be a vocal head, I may be a spokesperson, but this is a community. So I almost don't feel right greeting you as an individual because you are a community. We are a community. I'm no different. I am one of you. And that's something that I really want to stress in this video is unity, togetherness, being in the pits together, understanding what it's like, understanding how other people's shoes may walk, even if you haven't been in them yourselves. So many of the ruling class feel like elite individuals, even though they are also just humans. But they shop at stores where it's $300 for a necktie. It's $500 dress shirt. Can you afford that? Because I certainly can't. And I'm working overtime. I'm making decent money. I'm working my ass off though. It's not coming to me. I'm driving 1 hour each way to get to work. I'm working overtime when it's offered. Welcome back to the growing community, bub. How you doing? Today we are going to be following up on the Shenna Bellows versus Donald Trump saga. Welcome back to Maine Stream Current. I'm your host, Drew Hoagland, and boy, has it been a hot minute. More like a hot 6 months or so. Welcome to Maine Stream Current. I'm your host, Drew Hoagland, and today I want to welcome you if this is your first time tuning in. This is a Maine-based channel. We talk about everything that has anything to do with Maine at all, with the great state of Maine, I might add. Welcome back to Maine Stream Current. I'm Drew Hoagland, and today I have an introduction to a special video that I'm doing. I am getting ready to go down to Hartford, Tennessee. I posted a video about this and the Hurricane Helene and how it impacted that area. This is Maine Stream Current, and I'm Drew Hoagland. And once again, I am gooped and gagged. But no, in all seriousness, this is alarming. I'm gonna pull up here from the Maine Wire. Maine faces $949.2 million budget shortfall for 2026 into the 2027 fiscal year. Welcome to Maine Stream Current. I'm Drew Hoagland, and today, whether you're new or a repeat viewer, I want to take us back in time to when CMP, Central Maine Power, was good for us. Yeah, I'll wait. Yeah. That's not my speaker. All right, I am officially headed out. I'm on my way to Hartford now. I have my car full, as you can tell. My front seat is not much better. Hopefully you can hear this audio. I can always adjust it after, I suppose. Wow, y'all, to be honest, I wasn't thinking about my travels down through from Maine to Tennessee, but I've made this trip quite a few times, not all the way to Tennessee, but down here to DC, where I find myself. I'm not quite in DC, I'm in Maryland still. I'm on the C&O Canal, which is a place that I've come twice, but not since I was 11 and 12 years old. So we're talking over 20 years ago at this point, y'all. That's nuts.
Is mostly made up of rafting companies along the river, other businesses, and the people that work at them. Now, luckily, a lot of those workers live up the mountain from the river and their homes weren't affected. However, they're now without a job.
Primarily, it's all rafting for us. We rely on that tourism, and we don't know what the river looks like. A lot of our businesses, we didn't have insurance. We couldn't afford flood insurance. It was so expensive. So myself, I've lost everything.
Michelle Cuellar is the owner of the Bean Trees Cafe and the Bean Sprout. She, along with volunteers, have spent the week cleaning out the now ruined building.
This is a zone where we're having to be careful about our health. There's a lot of respiratory things going on. This mud is contaminated with who knows what. I had a little chemical burn yesterday. I had to go to the doctor for, and that was just from the mud being on my skin.
Hartford sits right on the Pigeon River. When the storm began, river manager at Rafting in the Smokies, Jeff Polite, attempted to save some of their business.
But within, an hour, maybe an hour and a half, it was up, consumed the building, and we had to evac because they were closing all the roads. What roads were left?
Losing vehicles and rafts was just the start of the damage.
We've got a rope obstacle course and a four-sided climbing wall. That was all supported and accessed by a suspension bridge that went across the river. Unfortunately, the debris in the water, the force of the water, wiped all that out. It was, at one time, a 10-acre island. Now it's about a 5-acre island.
With the town relying on tourism, business owners aren't sure where to go from here, but they're determined to rebuild.
We'll make it happen here. I don't know how long that will be, but we're optimistic and we're strong, and and supportive of each other. So we hope to get our industry back, and what timeline, I don't know, but we'll keep plugging away.
Dear Governor Janet Mills, my name is Andrew Hoagland, and we need to talk. Not just you and I. This is a conversation that the Maine people want to have with you, but you seem to be reluctant or unwilling to listen. Shelby Howell, congratulations for winning Miss Maine USA 2025. Although I don't see how you met the criteria, so I am going to continue to do some deep dive. So in that news, I say that Mara Carpenter is the true winner of Miss Maine USA 2025.
Something unlike my other videos, but I want to have something in this vein more often, where this can be a channel where it can be fun too, not just serious news about what's ailing our state and our country and our world, but just kind of a fun and uplifting place where it's like catching up with a friend. I want this channel to be like you sit down with me and we're just catching up over coffee and newspapers, and we're just trying to see where everything's at in the world. And like I've said in past videos, we do not need to agree 100%. None of my friends and I agree 100%, and I don't think any group of people ever agrees 100% unless it's a cult or someone's lying. So having discussions with people that don't always agree with me is healthy, and I look forward to it. And if you're someone that has disliked my videos in the past, go ahead and leave a comment why. Like, what about it was negative in your mind? What about it was not worthy of giving it a thumbs up? What about what I said did you find issue? Like, I'm curious, because that's the only way forward. Like, as adults, we need to communicate. We need to remember what we were taught when we were children. We need to look each other in the eyes. We need to be respectful. We need to hold back judgment and vitriol and try and get to the bottom of situations more frequently than we have in the last several years. And I think that we're finally waking up to that, and we're coming to terms with that. And I look forward to seeing where we're going to go in the next half a year to get to the 2-year range. I'll probably have another fun video for 2 years and do something similar like this, and then to see where the channel goes years forward. Like, having 2 years under my belt, and 100 videos, it took a lot. Like, I remember because I've worked with vidIQ in the past, and it was just like, get your first 100 videos out there no matter what, and then you can start learning from them, and you can reflect, and obviously you learn and reflect the entire time. But once I get to this point of having 100 full videos on YouTube, like, that's amazing. So I just wanted to kind of close out, because in the last videos I was talking about change and how change is important, but we can't change just for change's sake. So I found a quote by Henry Ford that I really enjoy. "We do not make changes for the sake of making them, but we never fail to make a change when once it is demonstrated that the new way is better than the old way." Henry Ford. I think that's a good quote. It's a good place to end. Until next time, y'all, this has been Drew Hoagland with Maine Stream Current.
Ready? Fight!